Good morning, Patriots. Um, just a little brief check-in with y'all. These last 5 years, I've been more than happy, actually needed to be able to tell y'all what I think, and what I think's happening, and what my view of the reality of things that I see. In an effort to, one, find an audience that agrees with me, and two, yes, kind of about reforming tribes, because our tribes that we had 5 years ago have been disrupted. Now it's time to circle back, as some of our favorite people would say, and relocate where we can find similar points of view. This woke idiot left, oh gosh, it's even hard to describe. It's really good versus evil at this point. When we have a issue where someone is killed in public, supposedly, and a mass of the opposition coming out and celebrating that, man, y'all have lost your humanity. And don't think there's going to be a real sincere way for you to ever come around and say, hey, I was wrong. But being wrong, learning that you are wrong is a way to grow. But y'all are done growing. You're going to sit there. And now we have 75% of your psychiatrists are now dealing with people eat up with TDS. And they can't figure out how to undo that. There's a 12-step program I've been in that has changed my perspective, caused me to gain self-awareness, and caused me to care about things that I wasn't paying attention to. That kind of program, that kind of steps of recovery from insanity may not work on TDS. It's very, very strange and disturbing to see. So, of course, we're going to try to gravitate and relocate sanity and reinstall it in the people that we have around us, for sure. So, as much as we're here to cheer on everybody and, oh my gosh, Trump's in, oh, thank you, Elon, for going through and finding all these things and exposing them. Okay, that's great. Boy, that looks like you guys are just on the truth roll. However, Elon, you have many fingers and many pies. One of them is grok. And I just spent the day yesterday going over scientific proofs, probably 30, about the biggest lie ever told mankind. And your little grok is not AI, because it went against logic, okay? And will continue to, because it's there to gaslight us and to continue that particular lie. You know what it is, Elon, and you, above anybody else, know the truth. And so, as we see you sitting next to a Pfizer executive at the last Trump thing, probably another person who knows the secret information that the cattle aren't allowed to hear. As you're sitting next to that guy, and we're realizing, hey, that guy might not have been good for us. And you are, and then you preside over this wonder of AI, how it's going to change all our lives. But yet your tool, I don't know that it's really AI. I think you've just got little fucking people in little fucking offices fighting to keep the gas light lit where it needs to stay lit. But it's too late. Cat's out of the bag. That dog ain't hunting. And the sad thing is, Elon, with all the truth you come to give us, I'm not getting it out of your grok. And your grok ain't AI-ing. It ain't AI-ing. It ain't logicking. And it's supposed to. It's supposed to do logic above and beyond. When asked questions and presented with facts based on if this and that, then this, which is logic. So I'm not going to leave out chat. Chat did the same thing with the subject. That identifies them as not AI. Probably American from India. Maybe that kind of AI. But you're gatekeeping, you're presenting that you have the knowledge of the universe for us and how beautiful it is, while you're giving us information or holding tight on information that was known before 1958. You're trying to keep us from getting back to that. And so, real advancement, Elon. Yeah, you're pissing down my leg and tell me it's raining. Okay. So I got to address another thing. This is an emergency for the Crow family. My name is Randall Crow, and my roots are from Texas and Louisiana. And the senator that was Special Forces that joined in with the other vets, senators, in calling for mutiny, implying that they have been given unlawful orders, is what the point of this little thing that you guys just did. And the fact is, if there was anything unlawful about our buddy Trump, you'd have had him. But he's pretty damn clean. There have been no unlawful orders. There is a fight to save our country. There is an emergency situation that has been declared years ago that is still in progress. There are powers that are extended to the president in case of emergency. Also, everybody needs to know we have about a year and a half for Trump to finish doing what he can before the midterms, maybe a year, I guess. And it ain't going to be pretty. I firmly believe that he got us here in MAGA, but what he's doing now is going to look funny, but he's making the world MAGA. Check out Mexico. Sent a lot of Generation Z back. They get back there. And that Generation Z is actually protesting the exact opposite of what ours are at the No Kings rally. So it's called magnifying the planet. And he's going to have to divert his attention. It's going to appear a lot of ways. Just know it's being done. We still don't know the outcome. We hope for the best. I can't personally tell you how in the world he's been able to survive the evil that has been coming after him and coming after us. So, Jason Crow, brother, you don't represent the Crow family, pal. Not at all. I guess you'd be called something like a black sheep in the Crow family, because there's crows that have served. We strongly disagree with you, and we strongly believe you are probably compromised. You're probably taking a little bit of that sugar money, and you're on this wrong side. It's not too late to come back and say, hey, I was wrong, but you won't, and neither will any of you assholes. And that's the problem. You don't get recovered from alcohol till you're able to say, I was wrong. And you guys are not going to do that. So you're going down with the ship when it's not necessary. There's a lot for you to be happy about. And you're not able to be happy. Suicide rate's got to be up pretty high, but the scary thing about suicide is it's about that far from homicide. The same emotion, and you're living within it. And nothing about your side has courage or honor associated with it. It's all about fear and hatred that is going to lead you further down further into the hell that you're already in. What is wrong with you? And so then we have a Charlie Kirk thing, guys, you know, and looking at it, and whoa, boy, they try to make it, oh, it was a 30-06, and we got the guy right away, and the story's over, and then there are hundreds of other little things that don't match up, and what it smells like to me, when his wife trots out there and is not genuine in grief at all. I'm an actor, trained 30 years. Once I got sober as an actor, it took me that long to learn that my acting got better and I could cry if I need to. It's not easy. Not easy at all unless you're sticking something in your eye to make it tear up. But as I watched this blonde cousin It walk around with a napkin or a handkerchief and constantly dabbing at dry eyes every time she talks now, that's bad acting. And they're showing us the bad acting just to separate the ones that see through it from the these over here. They're still buying it. It's an act. And sad thing with Trump and Vance, they got to be in on this. And so bottom line, kids, I have guided us for 5 years of stuff, and I'll continue to point out weather anomalies that are weapons and fires that are not natural wildfires. But our ability to tell what's going on right now, give up. You're not gonna. They've gone. It's like we're on the field of dreams. They were playing the game. We were announcing it and representing each team. Now they all ran off into the cornfield and changed jerseys, and they're continuing the game out of our sight. That's what's happening. And so, as far as being able to guess or to see and explain things as they go right now, it's not worth it. We made that vote. We saw things going right. And at this point, we have to let them fly. Let them go further and trust that the chips will fall in the direction that we thought, or that we hoped for. In the meantime, we're going to see everything challenging that, every reason in the world to be afraid and to be guided by fear and anger. No. Y'all live that way. I'm done. I finished that years ago. We're here to help you, but you got to come to us and ask for it, and that ain't going to happen. So, Charlie Kirk, with all the strange things, 30-06 that did not take his head off, I'm sorry, did not kill the people behind him, behind that sign, that wasn't a 30-06. It might have been some sort of pneumatic pellet, definitely a blood packet. We can say a blood packet went off, and it'd be hard to prove that it didn't. But everything about the response to that and what they did with him after this, and it doesn't add up. And to the point that I'm not even sure he's dead. And that it was designed to cause a vacuum in spirituality in the youth and have them turn for a minute and open a Bible and capture or recover back some of those people. But don't buy it. Don't buy it. I'm sure there's a good reason behind it, a strategery, as W would say. But don't. There's more coming. Once it's all out, somebody can explain to us why these people had to act so strange. And what it looks like too is if you were going to fake a public assassination and a death, everybody involved would have to be really good actors to pull that off. And I don't see the talent there. I'm seeing right through it to something. To call her Erica was a casting director at about 20 years old. Really? Casting director. You've done a music video as an actress and you're not even that, and you're a casting director. For what, Department of Defense, maybe? So that shit doesn't add up. Don't spend a bunch of time. It'll unfold. The story will tell itself when it's time. But there's we're looking at the other things that are suspicious. I just watched Chucky Schumer going there to support the people advising our military to mutiny. And look at that footage. That sumbitch has so many deep wrinkles in his forehead. It appears that the mask that whoever's wearing just has those wrinkles embossed in it. They don't move at all through the course of his passionate speech. So let's try that. See if we can do that without moving our forehead. So I don't know, man. Look at that close, because it doesn't look like that whatever his face is not reacting the way I would think it would, unless there's somebody in a mask similar to Biden. So then the other thing is Trump. Trump, buddy, you're appearing to have lost your mind. This thing with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. Look, I voted for you 3 times. I'm here doing this job. And I'm doing it in a grassroots way. I don't care if only 5 people see this. I have to say it. And I have been having to say it. And I don't have a huge reach. My TikTok got a big one, but then they took me down. But Trump, we voted for you. We set you loose. We're about to go further, and I feel like your impact now is to MAGA the rest of the world, and to MAGA Mandami, and to do things that seem to have left us out. But I think you're outbuilding. I think you're outbuilding it bigger, and certainly the deception that's needed to win this crap. Please. So here's a book right here, Quiet Before the Storm, Memoirs of an Austin Firefighter. As soon as we start selling some, the 10% of the proceeds will be going to Canines for Warriors. Monday I'm on a worldwide podcast, Books to Life, with Mike Voss, and his name is Voss, I'll figure it out. And so we're going to push that. We're going to try to get it in some bookstores by Christmas. And we got a set of books out there to choose from, but this one's going to be paired with Kid Beside the Road, by 107 and David Rodriguez, When the Lights Go Out. You're right side of the spectrum of the books. And it goes up against the left side, which is unbelievably stupid. 107 days, Kamala. Becoming what, Michelle? Independent by the brilliant Jean-Claude Pierre, the queer black lady. That's the main thing that she answers all her questions with. But I think that this book, you'll like it. Whether you've got a kid that wants to be a fireman someday, it's Quiet Before the Storm, Memoirs of an Austin Firefighter. And so there's a feel for there's one entry in there, one story that tells a lot about being a fireman, several others that describe different aspects of it. But it's got, I have poetry in there of the wreckage of my life, true poems in the order that they were conceived, with photographs of wreckage from disasters going back 20 years, hurricane, tornado, and flood. And as my work as a public insurance adjuster, which is basically just an extension of being an Austin firefighter, which I was for 15 years. So that's coming out. It's probably been suppressed. It's just been on the market a year, and we still aren't in a bookstore. But that's going to change, God willing. And I didn't write it to be a bestseller, but I did write it to find my tribe. And I've had some good, very good reviews, people that are getting it the way I meant it to be gotten. So y'all have a great weekend. Thanksgiving right up next week. And I think I'm gonna go shoot a deer, for Thanksgiving with my dog. But y'all have a blast and be careful and know that God's here and the truth is coming out. And every ounce of energy on the other side is out there to lie, to continue lying. We're not going to buy it. Where we go one, we go all. Happy Thanksgiving, all y'all.